This is a continuation of the heat pump module on the foundation degree in building services and renewable energy in the renewable energy design and installation module. In the first section we had a look at an introduction to heat pumps and heat pump technology with a focus on ground source heat pump technology. What we want to have another look at briefly now is what other types of heat pumps are available and how these also operate. There are a number of different types of heat pumps in addition to the ground source heat pump that are frequently installed and used in the UK and Ireland. Different types would be pond or loop or water source heat pumps. So pond loops, sometimes referred to as pond source heat pumps, are a very economical alternative to ground source and or air source heat pumps, particularly when there's a body of water nearby, either a pond or a lake. And basically what happens is instead of the pipes being buried in the garden, the pipes of the ground loop or the heat pump loop are placed into the pond or into a river or into a lake. So you can see a small schematic here, and then an example of a number of slinkies or a number of coils being placed into a pond to work as a pond source or water source heat pump. There's also groundwater source heat pumps that collect energy from the groundwater. Basically, water is pumped up through a well to a heat exchanger where the energy is removed, and then the water is discharged back through another well. Because of the high constant temperature of the groundwater, the efficiency of this type of heat pump increases. Now, these are what would be known as open loop architecture. So the ones we've looked at so far have been closed loop, where the heat pump ground loop or the loop that goes into the pond would typically have a mixture of water and glycol. These ones are open loop in that the water is actually pumped out from the groundwater, into your heat exchanger, and then the water is put back into the groundwater again. So open loop applications don't use a closed loop of pipe containing the water antifreeze mixture, and an open loop system generally uses a nearby water source such as an existing well to circulate the water, and heat is then transferred to or from the water source as required.